Imagine starting from almost nothing, facing setbacks and failures at every turn, only to rise to the pinnacle of power as the President of the United States. But what if that was only the beginning? Today we delve into the secret life of Barack Obama, who has transformed from a humble public servant into a billionaire, living a life of luxury that few could ever imagine. But how did he get here? To understand Obama's incredible journey, we must first go back to his early days. Barack Obama was born in Honolulu, Hawaii, to a Kenyan father and an American mother. His early life was marked by instability after his parents separated. His mother raised him, often moving between Hawaii and Indonesia. Growing up, Obama faced questions of identity and belonging, navigating life as a biracial child in a divided society. He struggled to find his place, often feeling caught between worlds. By the time he was a teenager, Obama had moved back to Hawaii, where he attended the prestigious Punahou School. Despite his intelligence and charisma, he faced his share of challenges. During his teenage years, he experimented with drugs and grappled with the typical struggles of adolescence, compounded by his unique background. After high school, Obama attended Occidental College in Los Angeles before transferring to Columbia University in New York. These years were formative, but not without difficulties. Graduating into a tough job market, Obama struggled to find his footing, initially taking low-paying jobs that left him searching for a greater purpose. It wasn't until he moved to Chicago to work as a community organizer that Obama began to find his path. Here, he worked on issues like housing and unemployment, often facing resistance and skepticism. The work was challenging, the pay was minimal, and the results were often slow to come. Yet, these struggles only strengthened his resolve. He saw firsthand the systemic issues that plagued communities and knew he wanted to do more. Driven by a desire to bring about change, Obama applied to Harvard Law School. His time at Harvard was transformative. In 1990, he made history by becoming the first African-American president of the Harvard Law Review. This role gave him national recognition and showcased his leadership skills. But even then, Obama knew his journey was just beginning. Barack Obama returned to Chicago armed with a Harvard Law degree and a growing reputation. Instead of pursuing a lucrative career at a big law firm, he chose to work as a civil rights attorney and lecturer at the University of Chicago Law School. His focus was on grassroots issues, housing discrimination, voting rights, and community development. This decision reflected his deep commitment to public service, a stark contrast to many of his Harvard peers who took high-paying jobs on Wall Street. Obama's legal work quickly gained him respect in the community, but he had his eyes set on a broader platform. In the mid-1990s, he decided to run for the Illinois State Senate. It wasn't an easy campaign. He faced opposition from more established figures and had to navigate the complex world of local politics. Many were skeptical of his chances, given his relatively low profile and lack of political experience. However, Obama's charisma and ability to connect with people from all walks of life set him apart. He leveraged his grassroots organizing skills to build a strong ground campaign. Knocking on doors, attending community meetings, and listening to the concerns of ordinary citizens, Obama slowly but surely gained support. His message of hope, unity, and change resonated with voters tired of the status quo. In 1996, Obama won his seat in the Illinois State Senate. As a state senator, he focused on issues such as ethics reform, healthcare, and education. He quickly gained a reputation as a pragmatic and effective legislator, willing to work across party lines to achieve results. But his ambition didn't stop there. He saw the potential to effect even more significant change on a national scale. By the early 2000s, Obama set his sights on the U.S. Senate. The decision to run was a bold one. He faced stiff competition in a crowded Democratic primary. However, a powerful speech at a Democratic fundraiser put him in the spotlight, and his campaign began to gain momentum. His ability to inspire and his message of a new kind of politics struck a chord with voters across Illinois. In 2004, Obama delivered the keynote address at the Democratic National Convention. His speech was electrifying, introducing him to a national audience and catapulting him into the political stratosphere. Later that year, he won the U.S. Senate race in a landslide, becoming one of the most prominent rising stars in American politics. As a U.S. senator, Obama continued to build his reputation. He worked on issues such as nuclear non-proliferation, government transparency, and veterans' benefits. But even as he settled into his new role, his thoughts turned to the future. He saw an opportunity for real change, and he wasn't afraid to aim high. The idea of a presidential run began to take shape, a seemingly impossible dream for a relatively new senator, but one that would soon become reality. Barack Obama's rapid rise in politics set the stage for a historic presidential campaign. By 2007, just 3 years after his election to the US, Senator Obama announced his candidacy for President of the United States. The announcement was bold. He was young, relatively inexperienced, and faced formidable opponents like Hillary Clinton, the presumed frontrunner for the Democratic nomination. Obama's campaign, however, was different. He ran on a message of hope and change, promising a new kind of politics that would bring people together. His charisma, eloquence, and ability to connect with a diverse range of voters set him apart. He used grassroots organizing techniques honed during his early days in Chicago, building a vast network of volunteers and utilizing social media in ways that had never been seen before in a presidential campaign. His message resonated deeply, particularly among young voters and those disillusioned with traditional politics. Despite a hard-fought primary battle, Obama secured the Democratic nomination and faced Republican Senator John McCain in the general election. His campaign focused on issues such as ending the Iraq War, expanding healthcare, and rebuilding the economy after the 2008 financial crisis. His calm demeanor, strategic vision, and focus on unity appealed to a broad spectrum of Americans. In November 2008, Obama was elected the 44th President of the United States, becoming the first African American to hold the office. His election was a moment of profound historical significance, symbolizing progress in America's long and complicated history with race. As president, Obama faced immediate challenges. The country was in the midst of a severe economic crisis, with millions of Americans losing their homes, jobs, and savings. Obama's administration quickly moved to stabilize the economy with a stimulus package, bailout plans for key industries, and sweeping financial reforms. These moves were controversial but were credited with helping to prevent a more severe economic collapse. Obama's first term also saw the passage of the Affordable Care Act, a landmark piece of legislation aimed at expanding healthcare coverage to millions of uninsured Americans. The law was a significant achievement but also sparked intense debate and opposition, highlighting the deep divisions within American politics. Despite the challenges, Obama's first term was marked by notable successes, including the killing of Osama bin Laden, the architect of the 9/11 attacks, in a covert operation. This event bolstered his leadership image and helped him secure a second term in 2012, defeating Republican Mitt Romney. During his second term, Obama focused on issues like climate change, immigration reform, and same-sex marriage, using executive actions when Congress was gridlocked. However, he also faced criticisms and setbacks, particularly with foreign policy challenges in Syria and Libya, and ongoing partisan conflicts. By the end of his presidency in 2016, Obama's legacy was one of both achievement and controversy. He had navigated the country through a financial crisis, expanded healthcare, and championed social issues. But he also left office with a deeply divided nation, facing challenges that his successor would inherit. After leaving the White House in 2017, Barack Obama embraced a new chapter, transitioning from public office to private life. Almost immediately, he began leveraging his global reputation. Alongside Michelle, Obama signed a record-breaking $65 million book deal. His memoir, A Promised Land, became a bestseller, as did Michelle's. Becoming these successes marked the start of their new ventures. The Obamas also entered the entertainment world, founding Higher Ground Productions and signing a lucrative deal with Netflix. The partnership has produced award-winning content like American Factory, demonstrating their continued influence. Obama has also been a sought-after speaker, with fees reaching $400,000 per event, adding significantly to his post-presidential income. Beyond wealth, Obama focuses on philanthropy through the Obama Foundation, dedicated to leadership development and civic engagement. Plans for the Obama Presidential Center in Chicago reflect his ongoing commitment to public service. Obama has maintained a degree of privacy, residing in a luxurious home in Washington, D.C., and a Martha's Vineyard estate. These properties provide a retreat from public life, allowing him to balance public engagements with personal time. Despite his low profile, Obama's influence remains vast. Through his business ventures, philanthropy, and public speaking, he continues to shape global conversations and inspire millions. His journey from humble beginnings to a discreet billionaire lifestyle showcases resilience and lasting impact.